Hello, so today I want to show you Scentsy Go. Now, if you've not seen this before, where have you been? It was released a few years ago and it's been super popular ever since. It's a completely portable fragrance system. I love mine. I literally take mine everywhere. It can travel around the house with me. When I go in the car, it can go in the car. When I go away, it can come with me. It's super easy to use. The first thing I'll tell you, which is amazing, which means you can take it anywhere, it is powered via a USB connector. So you can charge it up, it's got a battery, and off you go. So basically, kind of wherever your phone is, you can charge it up. So it does come with a lead, by the way, but it doesn't come with a plug. So I'm sure you've all got plugs that USB leads go into, but it does come with a lead. So you've got that. Okay. So what is it? There you go. What is it? So first of all, it's a white cylinder. So it's really contemporary. It's really simplistic. It's not going to clash with any decor. You can literally put it anywhere, in a bathroom, in a kitchen, in a lounge, in an office, in a bedroom, and so forth. In a tent, in a camper, in a hotel room, wherever you are, okay? So as far as size goes, I think it is I'm going to say about 15 centimetres tall, okay? So it's kind of a nice size. I've got a bottle of drink here to give you an idea. So it's a nice size. It's white. It's got a kind of textured finish. I don't know if you can see it. It's quite smooth, but it's got a little bit of a texture. And this one is called the Scentsy Go. There is another option which I'll talk to you about in a second, but this is the Scentsy Go. And this one I chose has got the silver banding that goes across, okay? So the band is a design feature. This one's silver, but it actually does come in a rose gold as well, which is really pretty. It has two kind of modes on it for you, so you can use it. So you've got a light mode, which is the bottom little button just there. And that actually turns on the LED light system, and it's got 7 different colours that rotate throughout a cycle and just repeat and repeat. So not only is this going to give you a beautiful fragrance, but it's actually going to create some really lovely colours, a really nice vibe, a really nice feel wherever you want to use it. You can just have it on just plain on light, which is just a clear light. But it's really nice to actually have it moving through all the different colours. It's really relaxing, actually. It's a really nice thing to know that A, you've got your fragrance, but you've also got some beautiful light coming from it. So if you are in your lounge and you've got it on in your lounge, then wherever you have it, it's going to revolve through those lights. It's just going to look really lovely. It's fantastic for bedrooms, especially for kids, because you can knock it over and it's safe. It's not gonna be attached to anything, so it's pretty safe. It's pretty robust as well. Obviously you don't want to knock it over on purpose, but as far as kind of having it in a kid's bedroom, absolutely fine. Next to the bedside table should be fine. And because it gives fragrance, you can choose to have that on. So if one of your kids have got like a favourite fragrance, like maybe Jammy Time or something like that, and they associate that with like relaxation and chill out, it's a great one to use. But also, again, because of the lights, it's really mesmerising. It's really relaxing just to kind of watch it more from one colour to another, to another. So it's really relaxing for kids, but also it's relaxing for adults. Many times have I taken this to bed and had it on my bedside table. You know, those nights where your mind's just whizzing, can't really sleep, you're kind of dozing, then you wake up. And actually to have this to concentrate on whilst you're sort of daydreaming, falling asleep, waking up, those colours are really relaxing to kind of look at. It's a nice vibe, okay? So it's great for kids, it's great for adults. It's great for any space, like I say, you know, whether you have it in an office, maybe you go to work and you've got your own little kind of space, your own little area, and you have that set up so you feel good at work. Maybe you've got your drawer of your snacks, and maybe you've got bits and bobs around your desk that kind of make you feel comfortable, make you feel like this is my space, this is my workspace. You might want to take something like this It's got a really, really long battery life, but obviously, like I say, you can connect it and have it working whilst it's on charge as well. So you can pop it into your computer whilst you're at work. So really, really good. Hopefully I'm covering kind of all bases. Obviously, again, you can charge it in the car, put it in your tent, charge it in your caravan, use it in your caravan. So literally it can go anywhere and everywhere with you, and it can be used in all of those places. So that's a little bit about the light. Now the fan mode is amazing because you can actually have it on permanently. So when it's on, you can have it actually fragrancing your area constantly. Or you can choose eco mode, which means it's going to reduce the frequency of the fan working. So you have little short bursts of fragrance, then it'll go quiet, short bursts of fragrance, then it'll go quiet, which might be great if you actually work in an office. So instead of having pumping out fragrance all day long, maybe your colleagues might not totally appreciate that. I mean, they should, it's Scentsy. But let's say you think, oh, actually, I'm going to put it on eco mode. It'll be intermittent. So it's a really kind of good thing there. And when it's on intermittent, it actually elongates. If you're using it from a battery perspective, it elongates the time that you can get out of it. So pretty amazing. So they're the two modes. You've got fan mode, you've got colour mode. So you've got the fragrance and you've got colour. And it's portable and it's chargeable and it has a battery life. I think, let me just check my notes. What have I got written down for battery life? 18 hours battery life with the Scentsy Go. Now this one is called the Scentsy Go. That's what it's called. But there is another option. Now this one's £61. Well worth the money. Remember, Scentsy cover everything, lifetime guarantee. Can't get that anywhere on the high street, so you can shop with confidence. But we also do another version, and it's called Scentsy Go Solid. Okay, it is just white. It doesn't have the colour changing, and it only has one fan setting, which is constant. So therefore the battery time on that one is a little bit shorter, so it's 12 hours battery with the Scentsy Go Solid, whereas this one is 18 hours, okay? So you've got two options. So if you do go to my website, www.hollingdales.scentsy.co.uk, if you go to Unplugged tab and you look for Scentsy Go, you will see two options, and that's why you have two options, okay? Like I say, this is a silver trim. You can get it in a gold, in a rose gold trim. It's about 14 centimetres tall, so it's a nice height. Obviously, if you're crafty and you're creative, you can jazz it up. You can put some stickers on it. You can put some little bling diamantes on it. I personally, because I mean, I love it as it is, but I personally use a very simple vase that I bought, oh God, years ago. I think I got it from a high street bargain shop, something like that. And it's actually really airy. It's not a solid glass, it's wired, it's got loads of gaps throughout it. But I actually put mine in there when it's on, so it looks a little bit more glam, it goes a bit more with my decor. But if I'm just moving it around the house, I'm taking it into my studio where I am now, it will just come as it is. So let me show you inside. So the lid, or it sits on the top, just twists off, okay? So you've got your lid, and then you've got your internal section of the Scentsy Go. So right at the bottom of that, you can see that is where the fan is. So it's actually a fan-driven product. So once you put the pods in, which I'll show you in a second, and you turn the fan on, it actually pushes air through the pods, which are fragrance pods, fragrance beads, and then the fragrance comes out into the atmosphere, into the air around you. So it's really, really clever kind of system. There's no wax or anything like that. There's no heat, there's no temperature, nothing like that. So like I say, really, really safe. So let me just show you the pods so you can see what they look like. These are actually what I've been using these for months and months actually. I think I actually originally put these in about January, and just for kind of reference now, we're in August. So I've probably been using these on and off for about 7 months, something like that. So that's what a pod looks like. You have a sticker that goes around the top, and it will tell you what the fragrance of that pod is. So when you place the pod into the Scentsy Go, you want to have the sticker at the top, so the pods go straight in that way, okay? It's completely aerated, so it's open but it's closed. So it's closed enough that the beads can't come out in any shape or form, but it's aerated in the fact that the fragrance can actually come out and do its thing, okay? So basically, once you get your pods and your Scentsy Go, you decide whether you want one pod, which sits in like that, or if you want 2 pods. Now, the reason why you would decide if you want 1 or 2 really depends on a couple of factors. A, the strength of the pod that you've chosen. If you've got a more delicate fragrance, but you're wanting to kind of fragrance a larger area, let's say a lounge, you might want to have the 2 pods in at the same time. If you've got a delicate fragrance, but it is literally just in a single child's bedroom, you probably just need 1 pod. If you've got a really strong fragrance, something like maybe like a clothesline, which is like a linen, a clean, fresh laundry kind of smell, that tends to have like more pungent notes. So again, depending on the size of the room that you want to fragrance, would depend whether you just need the 1 or whether you want to max out and have 2 pods in there, okay? So it's very much personal preference. Depends on the strength of the fragrance that you've chosen, and then it depends on the size of the room that you want to fill with that fragrance. But basically, you can put 1 or 2 in, and then you literally just pop the top on, super simple, and then you are good to go. The fragrance pods, I think, are £12 each, but you get twin packs, so you actually get 2 pods for £12, and they last around 120 hours, so you get really, really good fragrance time out of the product, so you get really good value for money. They fit perfectly in then, obviously, as you can see. Once the lid is on, there's also a little gap at the top for all the fragrance to come out. Now, I'm going to turn it on, but it's very light in here today, so you might not actually see the colours changing. You might get an idea at the very base of it because of the way that when a camera picks up light when it's in a light room, you might see the glow just at the bottom. But as always, if you go to my Facebook page, Hollingdales Home Scents, there will be pictures on there somewhere where it actually shows what a Scentsy Go looks like of an evening when it's kind of darker and there isn't so much bright light around. But again, like I say, you can choose to have the light on or off. So I can put this on now and have no light at all, which I probably wouldn't need in here, to be fair. But I can also put it on this evening if I was sitting in the lounge and have all the different colours going through the colour changing system. So when you press the fan on, don't think you can hear it. I'm gonna, no, you probably, it's so quiet. I was hoping kind of you might get a sense of what it sounds like, but it's so quiet, you won't. It's so quiet, which is a bonus because it's not going to disturb anyone or be kind of like that white noise in the background. So I've also turned on, there you go, you can see the base colour. Let me just see if I can close that just a fraction. It's not going to do much. So you'll see it change. Now, obviously, this goes all of the way up in normal lighting situations, but it's super, super bright in here. But I just thought I'd share it with you so you can get an idea of how the colours just move through and they change. So we're in a lime green at the moment, and then it will go into kind of like an aqua into a blue, which is really nice. It's like the sea or the sky today, to be honest with you. And then it will move through that colour. There it goes. So nice. To a darker blue into a purple. And then it will move through that into the next colour. So like I say, you've got 7 different colours that it will work its way through whilst it's on, and it does that automatically. So once you've turned it on and you've got the colour, oh, look at that, violet, pink, cerise, it will do it automatically. So once you've turned it on, you haven't got to worry about, oh, I need to switch it onto that colour mode or what have you. And it's really nice at Christmas time, actually. I, in the past, have like got really creative with where I've used this. I've put it in the centre of a table before with a Christmas wreath around it. There's lots of kind of things, you know, like you can get those modern Christmas trees that are like they're like circular with all kind of twine around them, and they go up like that to a point, so they're not like bushy with branches. And actually something like this sat in the middle of that, and if you've got that down on your hearth by your fire or something like that, it will glow all the way through that kind of modern Christmas tree style, and it can look really, really funky. So there we go, it's going all the way through all the different colours, so you can see that. So hopefully you like the Scentsy Go. I love mine. Like I say, I've used it all of the time for a good 4 years since I actually first had it. I must admit, when I first had it, I was a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. But over the years, it has literally gone with me everywhere. It's moved around my house. If I've gone into different rooms, it's moved down to my office. And it's a really, really handy piece to whack in the car. You know, if you're going on a long journey and you want some really nice fragrance, it's perfect. I mean, we do have other ways to scent your car, but it's a perfect way to do it. And especially, again, if you've got kids and it's a nighttime journey and they're used to maybe having this by their bed, and they're used to having jammy time, and they're used to seeing all the different colours, and that's how they would typically go off to sleep. If you're doing a nighttime journey in the car, and it's going to get dark and they've got blankets in the back, you can absolutely pop that in the back with them. And again, it gives that sense of being at home, that kind of comfort, the familiarity, and they'll probably fall asleep just because they're in the car, they're nice and comfortable, and they've got their gorgeous Scentsy Go on the go. So there we go. So thank you very much for watching. As always, feel free to inbox me with any questions that you have. Feel free to follow me at Hollingdales Home Scents on Facebook. You can check out all the products that I talk about over on my website, www.hollingdales.scentsy.co.uk, and there's also a contact me section on there. So again, if you've got any questions about any of the products, or perhaps you even want to become a consultant like me, then you can just pop me a message and I'll get back to you. Have a great day. Bye bye.